Hello traders, welcome back to this video. I hope you guys are doing great. So in today's video I have some few pairs to analyze for you guys, and here I have USD JPY. So on USD JPY I'm seeing some selling reactions to the downside, and I think price is reacting from this level. So I'll start from the weekly time frame because I see some resistance level at this point. We have this resistance level. You can see from this far end here, we're going to use this as our confluence. So from this far end here, we see that price reacted from this level, and then reacted to the downside, and then when price came back up, tried to break that level, but price reacted to the downside, and then the second time price came back into that area. Price tapped into that fair value gap here and then reacted to the downside. And currently, right now, price has tapped into that area, and I think that is why we have that selling reaction. The daily time frame, you can see that reaction very clearly. So that is why we are seeing this kind of selling momentum to the downside. But now I want to look for a very good trade supporting this downtrend, but the downtrend has not been confirmed yet. But we'll try as much as possible to look for a selling opportunity for in the meantime. So coming into the 4 hour time frame, in the daily time frame, we have a very good fair value gap where price has tapped in, and we have some few reactions from this fair value gap. When price came back down, price came into this fair value gap, and then we have this reaction to the upside. So if I drop into the 1 hour time frame, you can see clearly we have some selling momentum, and then after this break here, the break of structure to the downside at this point here, price came back again, having this pullback, and then I think the price tapped into this area. So let me delete this. So price came back again. Remember, after this break of structure, you can see clearly here. After this break of structure to the downside, this is a break of structure. After the break of structure, we have some liquidities, the major liquidity, the major inducement here, and then the price went down to this low. So after the price tapped into this fair value gap, we have this reaction, having this pullback, and then the price came into this supply area. We have this order block here. We have this zone at that point. So price came into that area, tapped into that area, and then we have some selling pressure to the downside. So remember, when the price was coming back up into this area, we have higher highs and higher lows being formed in the lower time frame. For example, so in the 15 minutes time frame, we have that uptrend at that point going to the upside to mitigate this area of supply. So when the price came up here, we have some selling momentum to the downside, a very clear selling momentum to the downside. I expected the price to come back down and clear this low, but the price did not clear this low. So let me delete also this one to make the chart very clear. And let me zoom in for you guys to see very clearly. So I expect the external liquidity to be taken, but price reacted from this order block, and currently right now price is pushing price to the upside. You can see clearly, and we are having a very good pullback because this is not this is a corrective move to the upside, and there is no enough buying pressure to the upside. So I think we are going to I anticipate that price is having a pullback, and we will have our entries, let's say maybe from the uh, extreme point of interest. I expect price to come into this area. We have this 30 minutes time frame on the block here. So I expect price to come into this area, more especially during the New York session. So will be my point of interest. Let me delete this. So this will be my point of interest. I want to see what the price will be doing here, and then I'll take my selling opportunities to the downside. So my view on on USD JPY, I'll be taking my selling opportunities from that area. I want to see when price comes into that area, I want to see what the price will be doing at that point. But in case price pushes the price even higher, we will react with how the market reacts. And when the market comes into this area, we expect to see a confirmation, let's say maybe a change of character, or if we will not have an entry from that area or any confirmation, and you see selling momentum, we'll be looking for a selling a continuation trade set up to the downside. So let's watch out for this area and let's see if this demand level has enough strength to break this high. So that is my view on USD JPY. A very good analysis. I'm only going to support this trend to the downside. The current trend at this point, you can see clearly this is a downtrend at this point, but in the general direction, we have a very bullish market to the upside. So we will see what the market will be doing here. That is why I'm telling you guys to have a confirmation before you have any entry to the downside. So that is my view on USD JPY. So I also have NAS 100. So on NAS 100, coming to the daily time frame, we have a very good structure. I have so many drawings, so let me delete all these drawings to make my chart very clear. So from the daily time frame, we had this break up here to the upside. So this is a break of structure, and then we had this pullback coming inside here to fill all the to clear the liquidities and fill the imbalances. So when the price came up again, we had a very clear sweep of liquidity up here. And when I was doing an analysis, I made a mistake by not identifying this sweep of liquidity. And most of the time, you find when price clears a sweep of liquidity, for example, at this point here, up here, there is a high probability of the market coming down to sweep these lows liquidity. So yesterday, I don't remember, but I think it was around yesterday, price manipulated some of the traders, including me at this point here. And I didn't see this sweep of liquidity at this point, but I think there is room for mistakes at some point. But after the price sweeps some liquidity above here, there was a very high probability of price coming down to sweep this lows liquidity. But I expect the price to be reacting from this low down here. I don't expect the price to break this low, but we'll see what the price will be doing at that point. So coming into the 4-hour time frame, after the sweep of liquidity up here, the price is now currently very bearish, and you can see clearly the price has already taken this low. So the price has already taken the internal liquidity, and I expect price to be reacting, let's say maybe from the extreme point of interest. I expect price to be reacting from around this area down here, starting from this fair value gap up here. So I want to see if price comes back here, and we also have a very good untested level down there. So I expect price to be pushing lower into this area before I look for a confirmation to take my trades to the upside. So on NAS 100, let's watch out for this area. I don't have much to say on the NAS 100 in this area, but if you want to have a continuation entry to the downside, currently try as much as possible to wait for this area to be mitigated. We have this order block, the 1 hour order block. I expect price to be clear to come into this area, mitigate this 1 hour order block, and then we look for more selling opportunities to the downside. But in case price comes into this area, uh, just make sure you have the confirmation first before you buy to the upside. So my view on NAS 100, if price comes into this area, I'll take my sell to the downside from that area, from the order block. look to take my trade from that area, stop loss above that area, and then the take profit at that point down there, the 4-hour point of interest. And then if price comes down without coming up here, I'll be expecting price to react from this area. And then if I have a very good confirmation, I'll be taking my buys from this area to the upside. So I'll take my buys from that area. I want to see if price will give me a very good confirmation. And in case we have the confirmation before the next analysis, I'll be updating you guys on what I expect from this area. So that is my view. And let me show you something down here. When price came into that level, I had marked this area for you guys. And I told you if we have a confirmation, we'll be having our entries to the upside. But what price did here was simply manipulation. And I was one of those traders that were trapped in this area. So let me mark it and show you guys what happened. So I'll extend that level. It was a very good demand level and price had to react from it. So if I come into the 15 minutes time frame, let me show you what happened. The 15 minutes time frame, I was expecting price to clear a high, and then I'll take my buys to the upside as a confirmation. So the price came back here. We had this pullback, and then the price went down to break this structure. After the break of structure, price went up to clear this high. So it means we had a change of character to the upside. And if I was not going to use this high as a change of character, most probably I will be using this high as the change of character, as the high now. But price cleared also this one, and now I had a very good confirmation that price is willing to push to the upside. But what price did, I had my entry from this level. We had some good reaction, but later on price went down to clear the low. So you can see how there was some liquidation around this area. That is why I had price reacting from this area to the downside. So we still expect some more selling pressure, clear the external liquidity down here, so that the price can go to the extreme point of interest in the 4-hour time frame, which is down here. So that is my view on NAS 100. I still expect some selling pressure to the downside into this extreme point of interest. And I want to tell you guys that today is a very critical day because Trump will be speaking. So make sure you are very careful when trying to trade. So on Euro USD and GBP USD, I don't have a very clear analysis to give you guys. Any updates are very good update, but on GBP USD, I'm expecting sales to the downside. Because after the change of character, remember we had a break of structure to the upside from our last video, and I don't think it is necessary to start from the beginning. Let's say maybe from the daily, because I've been repeating it each and every day. We have a change of character from the daily. We have price coming into the extreme point of interest, a very good reaction to break structure to the downside, and then we have this pullback. Price came into the fair value gap, and then we had a very good change of character, confirming that price will be dropping to this external liquidity. Then coming into the 4-hour time frame, the exact thing we always do. After price tapped into the daily fair value gap, we have a break of structure to the upside, and then we have a change of character to the downside. After the change of character, we had this pullback. The pullback came into this order block here. We have this order block at that point, and then price reacted very well to the downside to break this low structure, meaning this is the strong high that broke the structure to the downside. And currently, when the price came up here, price reacted very well from this level, and we have selling pressure to the downside. So currently, right now, I expect sellers to come in to push price to the downside. So I had told you guys that I expect some selling activity from here, but we did not have a very good confirmation to have our sales to the downside. So, and right now we don't have a very clear idea of what price is doing at this point, but you can see clearly the price is making lower lows and lower highs to the downside. So currently right now I expect sellers selling opportunities to the downside. You can see clearly we have selling momentum to the downside. So if I drop to the lower time frames, let me try to see if I can have a very good supply level, join the sellers to the downside. So the only unmitigated level or zone that I see is this one up here, but I don't think price will be coming at that point. But let's watch out for the news, the incoming news, where President Trump will be speaking. So I expect price to be pushing to the low, to the downside, to clear this external liquidity. So that is the update that I have for you guys on GBP USD. I don't have a very good level or point of interest to mark for you guys. So I also have gold. Gold is currently bullish to the upside. I'm currently looking for buying opportunities to the upside, but I'm also waiting for the news update that will be coming on today. So on gold, I don't have a clear point of interest to mark for you guys. So if I come to the lower time frame, I currently had a very good entry from this level. I had marked this point of interest, this order block, this demand level in the 5 minutes time frame, and I had a very good reaction, and I had a very good entry. So you can see clearly I had this demand level with a fair value gap just above it, and then we have more liquidity above that area. So price came into this area, into this demand level, reacted very well, and then when price came back into this fair value gap, I had my entry, and then my full take profit was above here. I'm still targeting above here, but you can see price came up to this point, and then we have that reversal. So, but I have my partials taken, and then my break even is already set. So I want to see what the price will be doing around this area. So let me delete this, and let me also mark this point down here for you guys. So I think I anticipate that the price will come into this area, and then we take our buys and target the external liquidity. So I want to look for buying opportunities from that area, stop loss just below that order block, and then full take profit will be up to there. So that is my view on gold. I don't have a very clear idea of or any point of interest that I'll be giving you guys. But currently, right now, just look for entry setups that will give you a continuation trade setup to the upside. Look for buying opportunities, or even you can wait for the news to come out and then see how gold will be reacting before you make any judgment. So on gold, I don't have a clear idea on where the market will be reacting from, but we are very, very bullish to the upside. I told you guys from my last video, after the price came to fill in this fair value gap, I was expecting it to come into this extreme point of interest, but the price simply reacted from the fair value gap, this gap here. It took out all the unfilled orders that were inside here. And then when the market opened, I told you guys I'll be looking to see if the market will react from this point. But the market opened with a gap, and the market continued to push even higher. So currently, right now, let's stay tuned and see what the price, the market will be doing when the news is being released today, and then we'll react with how the market reacts as always. So thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss on any analysis that I make for you guys, because most of the time you find we do a very good analysis, and most of the time the points of interest we mark, we find that the price always reacts from those levels. So that is it for this video. Thank you, and see you later.